pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, SHS-EAPP. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na! Tara na!
There are different issues surrounding us. We need to make a stand on one side of an issue. How are you going to defend your side? How will you persuade others to believe your contention? Hello there! It's Tuesday. It's 4 p.m. It's time for English for academic and professional purposes. I am Tutor Alvin, and I'll be your AF buddy for ETUlay online tutorial session at this hour. All right, so hello everyone. Yan. So Tutor Aaron will be at our comment section because he's attending a very important matter, okay, right now. But then he promised that once his internet connection is fixed, he will be with us in the comment section. So hello there. So can I ask? So ayan, let's read some comments. So magandang hapon. Okay. To all of you, to Angelica May Hernandez Angeles, hello. Ayan, so keep mentioning, keep sharing our lives so that everyone will learn for our lesson for this session. Can we move on now to the other part? All right. So can I ask? So we are now on the week 2, right? So how do you feel, or how do you feel today? Mm-hmm. Ayan. So I hope there are some exchanges of feelings, or maybe um, feeling shifting, emotion shifting. So how are you? Will you please tell me, since Tutor Aaron is not with me at this hour? So how are you? So shout out to my students, okay, from Santa Maria National High School. Hello there, Rodolfo. So please keep on watching. To Maria Adelina, good afternoon. Mark, ayan. Angelica mentioned she is excited. Thank you, Angelica. Teddy with a smiley, that means he is happy, excited, jubilant. Thank you very much, Eliza. So last week, we talked about, the presenting, right? Or analyzing and presenting arguments. So that was our week 1 lesson for the quarter 4. Yes, yes. Hello, good afternoon. So together with Tutor Aaron, we taught you about the difference, okay, or how to to analyze and of course present argument, which you are going to use for our lesson, okay, for your performance for this week. Just in time, let us award, okay, our AF phenomenal student for the week 1 of our quarter 4. So we are all excited to meet her, and she is none other than, drum roll, all right, So she is Angelica May Hernandez Angeles of San Mariano National High School from SDO Isabela. So siya ang namayagpag last week. So she is our AF Phenomenal student for week 1. So 1 week down. So let's now proceed. Congratulations, Angelica. So I hope until the end you'll be with us. Congratulations. That's a great job. So last time we talked already about week 1, analyzing and presenting arguments. So let's put a check mark on that. And now for our week 2, we have here writing a position paper. Writing a position paper. Yeah, no worries. Angelica, you deserve it. So for our week 2, quarter 4, we're going to talk about writing a position paper. And my dear AF phenomenal students, I I do believe and I it is expected that this will be one of your performance tasks or written output in this subject. Okay, with your AF teachers in your respective schools. So let's talk about how to write a position paper. But before that, let's have our target for this session. So the most essential learning competency for this episode is simply you should be able to write various kinds of position paper. I hope this episode will equip you so that when your teacher required you to write a position paper in any issue, you can do it. So, but before we proceed to our discussion proper, let's have this mini activity. What's new? And this is what's new. Rearrange the letter to form words. So, I'm generous today, so I'll be giving a hint. These are problems and issues of today. Okay, again, rearrange the letter. Okay, number 1. Okay, so please comment down your answer. Yeah, good afternoon, my very talented and artistic student, Julius De Castro. Archie, good afternoon sa inyo. Number 1. What do you think is the mystery word? We're talking about issue. Though ayaw natin ng issue, pero pag-aaralan natin ng mga issue for this afternoon. Okay, what if you are going to rearrange these jumbled letters? So what would be the answer? Okay, good afternoon to our students from San Mariano National High School. Jenny Yabut got it, number 1. It's depression. Angelica, good job. All right, it's depression. Can we reveal the answer? Yeah, it's depression. Let's proceed now to number 2. Number 2. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Hello there, Giancarlo. How about this one? What is the... Will you please decipher the word from these jumbled letters? It is? Okay, Marvin Teddy, it is cyberbullying. Very good. Okay, so all of you got the correct answer. Number 3. That's correct. Cyberbullying. Third one. Okay. These are 2 words. 2 words. So you may rearrange the first word first and the second word so that you can we can get. Okay, I see a lot of correct answers. That's really amazing. Environmental issues. Can we please present it? Can we please present the answer? Da-da-da-dun. Yan. Okay, that is environmental issues. Next, the fourth one. Do we still have another? I think we still have another issue. Issue, issue, issue. The fourth one is Ayan, Sering and Catalina, good afternoon. While waiting for your answers, let me shout out some of our students. Please comment down your school. Ayan, umaaribang. Ingay ng comment section. Keep it up. The correct answer is... Can I see the answer? Okay, it's teenage pregnancy. Angelica Eunice, that is correct. Kyla, Casey, Casey Lagat, Christine, tama lahat. Ang gagaling. And let's proceed. Do we still have more? I think we still have one. Number 5. Number 5. Okay. Tama, tama. Sumisiglang San Mariano National High School. Shout out. The 5th one is, what do you think is the word for this one? Okay, it is pandemic. Very good. Lord Jean Taglay in our comment section. Carl, Gerline, Charlone, you amazed me. So, those are different issues. So we are expressing our stand on those issues. Okay, we have different propositions, right? We have different ideas. We have different claims, just like what we talked about last week. Claims that an argument which includes a claim and an evidence. So we have a lot of assertions when we're talking about those each topic we arranged, or those issues we arranged. Now the question is, how are you going to defend your stand on those particular issue? Because I know when we talk about a particular topic, maybe you agree with this one, you disagree with this claim, but the question is, how are you going to defend, or how are you going to express your side to make others be enlightened on how you believe in a particular issue, and that is through writing a position paper. Are you excited to learn about how to write a position paper? Will you please give me a reaction in our comment section in our live, or maybe please comment ready so that I'll be obtaining an energy from you so that we can proceed to the next part of this lesson. Yeah, so thank you for your support, and I hope you'll all learn with this one. So let us first define what is a position paper. What is a position paper? So a position paper, okay, thank you. Thank you for the support. So what is a position paper? Let us first define what is a position paper. Okay? A position paper is an essay that expresses a position on an issue. It gives argument that supports the opinion of the writer based on the facts collected. Again, a position paper is an essay. Since we are in EAPP, or English for Academic and Professional Purposes, along with abstract, right? We have the reaction paper and the concept paper. Position paper is another academic paper or an academic essay, and its goal is to simply for us to express our position on an issue. Again, expressing your position. Here is when you say position, it's just either, okay, you are yes or no, you agree, disagree, you like it, you dislike it, and then defend it. Defend it. That's basically the contention of a position paper. Lord Jean commented here, it is an essay that presents an arguable opinion that is correct. So we are presenting arguments, but make sure our arguments have an opinion and they are supported by collected facts. collected facts, because our position paper will never be believable, I think, if it has no facts, right? If it has no evidence. So another idea about the position paper is that, as defined by Merriam-Webster, a position paper is a detailed report that recommends a course of action on a particular issue. So through a position paper, we can defend first our position or our stand. That's the most important thing there. So you have first your stand or position, and you need to defend that, so that our viewers or our audience could have a very wide range of perspective on the issue, so that they can think, all right, of on how they should perceive that topic or issue. According to Stephen, an essay that expresses opposing viewpoint on the topic. Yeah, pwede rin. So the question is, why our position papers are written? Right? So why do we need to write a position paper? There are two reasons. First, position papers are written for the purpose of generating support regarding a particular stand or idea. So you are writing a position paper because you want to influence others. You want to persuade others that your idea, that your stand, that your opinion or viewpoint is the better one, And you are writing a position paper to make them also believe you, to influence them, to captivate their attention. Another reason why are we writing a position paper is, remember, the goal of a position paper is not only to present your stand on an issue or idea. Yeah, that's the primary reason. But through a position paper, it helps you to determine how your stance is related to the argument of others. Remember, two or more heads are better than one. Let us not be one-sided on a particular issue. Let us be open in the different perspectives of a particular topic, so that we can gain a lot, or a lot of options. So we can be within the realm of a lot of opinion, so that we can choose which opinion, which stand is better, right? So that is correct, to generate support on an issue, to call for an action, because through our position paper, we want to influence other people. But make sure in influencing others, you should be writing a well-written position paper. Okay, position paper is written in order for a person to express his or her idea and stand very good on a certain topic, because we want, again, persuade people with your idea. So those are the definition and the rationale why we are writing a position paper. And according to Mark, to state your opinion regarding a certain matter that triggers you at some point, especially if there are some cases that it is not considerable. Nice answer. Now, the question is, how are we going to write our position paper? Let's go to the substance. What are the parts or the different parts of a position paper? Just like any academic writing, hindi mawawala ang walang kamatayang IBC. In our comment section, what is IBC again, my dear AF phenomenal students? Basta mabenta ang IBC in kung ano mang academic writing yan, in research, in critic, right? In reaction paper, in writing your summary, we always have the IBC. Yeah, Alan Mark, these are the introduction, body, and conclusion. So we'll be using this format also in the position paper. But the question is, what must be included in each part? Let's talk about them one by one. First is the introduction. So in the introduction, our dear AF phenomenal students, in this part, you must introduce the topic. That's very essential. And I think that is very self-explanatory. And it's imperative that in the introduction, the topic will be presented, will be introduced. And then you provide a history or background of the issue. So no more wala mo ng ano dyan na argument, wala mo ng stand. So, provide a background of the issue. You may also describe the issue on hand. So, do not forget to do your research. All right? So, what are the specifics, okay, in our introduction? So, listen to this one. In your introduction, I'll be giving you some tips. Please listen. It's first, start with an introduction which presents the issue while grabbing the attention of readers. So while I'm giving you some tips in writing your introduction, will you please or help each other? What should be included in our introduction? Comment down below. So I'll be giving you some. First, you have to start with an introduction which presents the issue while grabbing the attention of readers. So begin it with a punch, right? So you have to start your introduction that presents the issue. Number two, tip I can give to you in writing your introduction, define the issues and discuss its background. Just like what I've told you, you have to discuss the issue and the background. And of course, in the introduction, do not forget to provide a general statement of your position. Again, general statement. You don't need to be so much specific in the introduction about your thesis statement or your major claim. You can, in the introduction, you can state your overall, your general position or stand about the issue. So that must be included in the introduction. So let's read some comments here. According to yan, Marvin, tumbok na tumbok. Yeah, the thesis statement dapat nasa introduction nyo yan. Ano bang ipinaglalaban ng paper mo? Ng position paper mo? How the topic will affect the reader? Yeah, the rationale. Okay, the significance of the topic and why the topic is important to tackle. Very good tip. So I hope you learn, okay, or you're going to apply the tips we've given you in writing your introduction. So let's now proceed in on how are you going to write your body. For your body, you must state the opposing argument by briefly describing them. Okay? State the opposing argument. What, sir? So I'll be stating the opposing arguments, or what do we call the counter arguments? Baka matalo ako, sir. No, no, no. It is important that you recognize ano ang sinasabi ng kalaban mo, o ng katunggali mo. All right? Regarding the issue. Definitely, on a particular issue, there are two sides. On a particular claim, on a particular assertion, there are two sides. Positive, negative, yes or no, agree, disagree. Now, it is also very important for you to present counter arguments or the argument, okay, contradicting your main thesis. Why? Later on, you'll know. Okay, you will know what's the reason why. Bakit kailangan i-present ang mga kalaban, 'di ba? Sa aking paper. Baka doon mag-focus ang aking mga readers. No, no, no. So you may also include details that support the opposing claim. Oh, so you'll be giving also evidences on those particular counterclaims. Then after writing the counter argument, eto na, this is now the turning point. You are going to refute them. Refute means tatalunin mo, ipapakita mo na mali sila. However, bigla mo nang isisingit ang iyong mga arguments supporting your main thesis statement. Kumbaga, kasi parang mahirap masabi na nanalo ka kung wala kang kalaban, hindi ba? So parang boring. Okay? Boring kung wala kang kalaban, nanalo ka nang walang kalaban. That's why in the body of your position paper, so you may include first the counter arguments. Ano ang sinasabi ng kalaban? tungkol or against your position. What are the counter arguments? Sige, mauna na kayo, sabihin mo sa kanila, di ba? So you presented the counter arguments. And then right after that, refute them. Prove that those are wrong. Those counter arguments are wrong. At ibibida mo na sa mga succeeding paragraphs ang iyong mga arguments supporting your claim. But do not forget, make sure your arguments must be supported by evidences. That's the logic behind that. That's the reason why we should include, okay, include counter arguments in your body. Then show them, prove them that those are not true. Okay? Or let the audience, okay, compare that your arguments are better than the counter arguments. So that's how you're going to write your body. So for your body, another thing is you have to provide evidence that support your claim. Of course. Now you state your second argument followed by your third argument. So in presenting your arguments, make sure you have or to provide details that support the argument given. That's correct, Alan. The science and art of argumentation. Boring ang argumentation kung walang kalaban, di ba? So, di ba, ang sarap manood ng debate wherein nakikita natin which of the two sides or which among the sides of the various sides is the best or is better, okay, among those or between these. So you can do that in your position paper. That is correct. Now, how to end? Okay. Okay, how to end your position paper. And that is your conclusion. Now, you can restate both sides of the argument, summarize the three arguments made in your essay, and lastly, provide a call for action. So will you please give us some ideas or tips or your practice? How do you end, okay? How do you end your position paper, or how can you end your position paper, okay, as the conclusion part? So, can I see yan? So, dumadami tayo from our students from San Mariano. How about the others? Why don't you mention your school? Ayan, sabi dito ni Charlon Pagulayan, summarize, yeah. So that's the restatement, okay? We'll be summarizing the both sides, the arguments we put in the body, and we summarize it or we restate it in a capsulized or in a condensed version, the both sides, a punching mark. We can give some recommendations, tama, sum up everything that's been said. So, as what stated here, for your conclusion, these are some tips. First, restate your position and main arguments, right? So restate your position and main arguments. So you have to consider those things. Number two, suggest a course of action. A course of action or a call for an action. So after writing your position paper, make sure you influence the minds and the belief of your audience. So they must do something after they read your position paper. Another is state what makes your position paper superior and more acceptable. And number three, end with the powerful closing statement. Yan yung punch na tinutukoy kanina, di ba? With a powerful closing statement such as a quotation, yan, a challenge, or a question. So, that's how you should end. Ganun yung tatapusin ang inyong position paper. It has I, B, and C. So, again, what are the parts of a position paper? We have, please comment down below. We have introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So let's proceed now. Before, wag kayo ba excited na magsulat na agad ng position paper? I'll be giving you um, some tips, okay? Some tips in writing or for writing a strong position paper. So now that we know what a position paper is, let us review some tips to write a great position paper. Are you ready? Are you ready, my dear AF Phenomenal students? First is, it is important, select a timely, relevant topic with two clear opposing sides. Yan. So, select a topic which is timely, relevant, and with two clear opposing sides. So, sir, how am I going to choose a topic or to choose an issue? First, the issue or the topic should be debatable. Debatable, don't focus on facts. Dahil there's no room for debate. To write your position on a certain fact, you cannot debate on facts because these are proven. These are verified already. So make sure the topic is debatable. It is current and relevant. Baka naman wala nang pake ang tao sa issue na yan, di ba? Hindi sila magkaka-interest sa paper mo. And make sure your issue should be written in a question form and answerable by yes or no. And definitely the topic or your issue must be specific and manageable. So that is my first tip to you. Select a timely, relevant topic with two clear opposing ideas. Let's proceed now to number 2. Listen attentively. You have to conduct thorough preliminary research and collect evidence to support arguments for and against your position. Now, the issue is clear to you. The topic, you have chosen your topic. Now, you have to do readings, research, for you to collect evidence in supporting the arguments and the counter-arguments. So, wag pababayaan ng counter-arguments. Kailangan mo rin yon so that you can prepare for those counter-arguments so that at the latter part of your paper, you can refute them. Okay? So you will be ready for the counter-arguments. Collect evidence. Evidence, evidence, evidence. Huwag kakalimutan yon. In any argument will never be complete without evidence. Number 3, my third tip to you is identify your intended audience. Okay, identify your intended audience. So you should tailor your tone depending on to whom the paper is written for. Just like in our oral communication, right? We have the audience analysis. It's very important to know who will be the recipients, the readers of our paper, so that we can give them, first, we can consider the topic, okay? And even the tone or the style on how are we going to organize or write our um, paper. Yan, so I can read some comments here. Tama, that's the audience analysis, and to also have a wide range of knowledge about the topic. Thank you for keeping the comment section busy and educational. Number 4 tip is, do not forget to clearly state your position on the topic. Remember, you are writing a position paper. Baka naman hindi ko na-gets ano ba ang pinaglalaban mo sa paper na yan. It's very important that makita ko ang ipinaglalaban mo. Okay, sana all ipinaglalaban, sabi natin mga audience, right? Because you're going to defend it. So make sure you have a clear statement of your position. Because what for ang iyong mga arguments if you don't have a clear statement of your position? So do not forget that on the first few paragraphs or one of the first few paragraphs, your position on the topic or your main argument or your thesis statement must be presented and clearly stated. So do not forget that. Number 5, the fifth tip is List and refute the counter arguments to your position. Just like what I mentioned earlier, so you have to recognize and list the counter arguments. Basta when you say counter arguments, these are all the arguments that contradict your position. Like for example, let me give you an example. Let's talk about the SIM card registration. Are you familiar with that bill that I think it was vetoed by our president, Rodrigo Duterte, because of some things needed to be considered? So about the SIM card registration bill, that's a very timely issue. So let me express my position to that. So maybe my position is SIM card registration bill will help us to avoid theft and scamming. That's my position. Okay, on that, that's my claim. Because I do believe that SIM card registration is beneficial for us to provide the what do we call the, 'di ba, yung mga manloloko sa na unrecognized kasi SIMs are unregistered. So mahirap nang matrace. So maraming malakas ang loob na mang-scam, 'di ba? Mag through texting or through calling. So that's my position on that one. So I know anong pinakakalaban ko. Siyempre alam ko na may magsasabi na privacy privacy, 'di ba? Kasi pag binigay natin ng mga identity natin, baka mag-leak ang data, ang tag dito, ang database ng network na yun at mag-leak. So that's one of the counter-argument. Nakikita ko na yun ang magiging kalaban ko. Then, i-present mo pa rin yun and then bandang huli, talunin mo. Alright? Talunin mo. Refute them. Okay? Many trolls will be unemployed. It prevents troll. Tama. So, ganun ang pinaka-logic nun. Number 6. Number 6 tip is include supporting data and evidence to back up your argument. Huwag na huwag kakalimutan. Do not forget this one. Supporting data and evidence to support, to back up your argument. That is imperative. Number 7. Number 7, properly attribute your sources using correct citation. So admit it or not, we need to use other references, other related lit, or other credible sources, because first and foremost, you are looking for backup. You are looking for support, and you can see that support and you can search that support from experts, from credible sources. You can use them, okay, as your evidence, as your backup, as your support. But do not forget to cite, okay, to give the credit where the credit is due. Use correct citation. Okay? Wala nang masama kung sasabihin mo na galing sa kanya ito. At least may kakampi ka. All right? So, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of authority supporting your argument. Number 8. Number 8, keep it simple. KISS, di ba? Keep it simple. So, position papers don't need to go into excessive detail. You just need to present your points clearly and briefly, direct to the point. Defend your side. Defend your position. Number 9. Yan, no to plagiarism, sabi ni Anthony. Tama yun. Each paragraph in the paper should discuss a single idea. Of course, avoid clutter. So you have to make sure in each paragraph, there is a single idea being presented. Again, in each paragraph. So avoid too much or excessive na ay pupunuin mo yung isang paragraph ng more than a lot of ideas, so that would seem to be cluttering, okay, in the eyes of your readers. And my last tip to you is, of course, after you've finished your introduction, body, and conclusion, number 10, do not forget this. Have someone proofread your paper to ensure it reads well and looks professional. I think the most important here is the word proofread. Okay, shout out to our head teacher. Okay, Ma'am Shirley Angelita Castro Carencia. Hello po, happy viewing. So have someone proofread your paper to ensure it reads well and looks professional. Proofreading is the key. Editing is the key. Baka ang ganda nga ng flow. Do okay na yon, na-defend mo na maayos ang iyong position to your position paper. Baka naman pumalpak tayo sa spelling, sa grammar, sa punctuation, or any other mechanics of writing. You can make it proofread. Or much better, after you proofread it, have someone to proofread it for you so that um, it will be um, more, okay, technically correct. So, a position paper can be a great way, always remember that, my AF Phenomenal students, to expand your horizons and write a new type of research paper. So while position papers are unlike ordinary research papers, they still contribute valuable perspectives to the scientific community. Use these 10 tips to write an effective position paper. All right, so just in time, we're done with the discussion part. So for this week, we talk about, okay, position paper, the reasons why are we writing a position paper, and the parts of a position paper. We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. And do not forget the 10 tips I've given you in writing a strong position paper. So congratulations. So we're done with the discussion part. Now to give you a little challenge. So I think it's our AYAP or your AYAP moment to shine. Shine, shine, shine na naman tayo this afternoon before we end our episode for this afternoon. So, okay, let's wait for, yan, di ba? Kumikinang-kinang. Provide at least 2 to 3 supporting details about the topics. It could be a claim or your argument or maybe just the main thesis statement. Or give me a position, okay? Any. Either you agree or disagree, but first create an issue. So these are some topics. Again, provide at least 2 to 3 supporting, but one is enough. Number one, we have social media. Social media. Social media. Okay, siguro I think for all of us to be direct or to be specific, I'll be giving an issue. I think because this is only a topic. Social media. The use of Facebook or the use of social media in studying. Okay, in studying. Kasi ang daming position dyan, right? Sabi nila, wag. Pag daw gagamitin, di ba? Ang social media sa pag-aaral, sabi naman nakakatulong. Ano ba talaga? Can I have your position on that topic? Sige, ninarrow down ko na. Okay? Social media for education in studying. The use of Facebook, the use of Messenger. Can I have your position? Ayan. Bago pa na-narrow down, here is Alan. Okay? Nagbigay na ng kanyang, well, that's correct. Social media should be limited to ages 4 to 5. It should be limited especially for toddlers. Nice, nice. Those are nice positions. Okay, let's proceed now to number 2. Number 2, bullying. Okay, bullying. Will you please give me, okay, okay. So I can read a lot of answers here about your position. Let me take a screenshot of this. And the third one, smoking. Smoking. Can't avoid bullying, but if we should raise awareness to it. Yes, bullying should be destroyed by everyone to stop victimizing a lot of people. Napakagaling. 'Di ba? Where are the others? Mhm. It can The government should enforce more intrusive mechanism to eradicate cyberbullying. Yan. And then also, since you have already your position, defend it. Defend it by following the parts of a position paper and the tips I've given you in writing a strong position paper. All right, so congratulations, everyone. So you deserve a big round of applause for accepting the challenge for this week. So these are our references. And how's our session today? So I hope you learned a lot from our session or for the week 2 lesson. So we would love to hear your thoughts or feedback on how we can improve your experience. So, in your academic journey, you will be required to read and write various academic texts, and among this is the position paper. The ability to write a good position paper will greatly help in giving you the skill and ability to make a stand on issues that merit contention and debate. And that's it for today. Thank you for your participation, a phenomenal students. This has been Tutor Alvin. Okay? And in behalf of Tutor Aaron, we are your AF buddies. See you next Tuesday for another thrilling adventures. And always remember to be AF phenomenal, be AF fantastic, and be AF powerful in English for academic and professional purposes. Only here on ETUlay Live. See you next time, AF phenomenal students. Good day.